Can you make a crappy kitchen work? Can you make it function right? I hope so, because I need to make a Tom Selleck shake and get out the door and get my daughter to school on. There's 5 mistakes. If you can avoid them, you can make even a crappy kitchen work. And I have a special bonus.
We can be the greatest chef in Paris.
Don't let the darkness fool you. It's morning. And we gotta make that shake. And I'm in this crappy kitchen that I'm waiting to renovate. While I do that, I need to make it work. I've gotta lay it out so I can get out the door. While you're making do to get through to that renovation or to that new construction, you can practice good design principles so that when you are ready to design your dream kitchen, you'll know what to do. You should never start a kitchen design in a cabinet place. You need to know first what you want. If you show up there and they start talking and throwing things at you, you're gonna walk out of there with all kinds of bells and whistles that don't fit your lifestyle, your budget, and what you need. The first mistake is always you.
It's not you, it's me.
You're giving me the it's not you, it's me routine?
People don't look at how they live, who they are, what they want. Do an assessment of your wants, your needs, and your budget, and be realistic. Have those numbers in your head so that you can't be swayed once you walk in that showroom. Number 2 is also you.
Nobody tells me it's them, not me. If it's anybody, it's me.
If you take the time to think about how you use the kitchen, who uses it, when they use it, how you cook, what you cook, how you shop, do you buy in bulk? Do you entertain? What kind of entertaining? If you look at your lifestyle, your habits, your routines, and you think about how you use the kitchen, you can set it up more efficiently, and so that it'll function better, and you will be much happier with the result.
But you are not an advanced cook.
If you know who you are,
But I do know how to boil an egg.
and what you want, you can get the best design regardless of budget. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this in another video, so subscribe because there's going to be lots of goodies in that one. Now we're on to number 3. Number 3, very appropriately, is the triangle, which is total bullshit, by the way. Well, it was originally started in the 20s with ergonomics and, how to reach things and how to sit most efficiently and all of that, carpal tunnel. But it really came into use in the kitchen in the 1940s when they were trying to save money on construction costs. So it has less to do with good design than it does with saving money for the construction companies. Nowadays, we have to think about the kitchen in zones because our kitchens have gotten so much bigger. We have an island plopped right in the middle of those 3 appliances. So if you think about it in zones, storage, prep, cooking, cleanup, in those kinds of zones that are going to overlap, proximity of each zone to the next zone you may need, your kitchen's going to work better. You're going to move through it faster. You're going to be able to find things quicker.
Yes, chef.
Now, when it comes to the triangle, think about the placement of the sink, the stove, and the fridge. In olden days, the golden triangle or the kitchen triangle was 3 to 5 steps to the next appliance, 3 to 5 steps to the sink, 3 to 5 steps to the stove, and 3 to 5 steps between all of those spaces. Now on the internet I read it's 4 to 9 steps. But if you think about that, if you have a hot boiling pot of pasta and you have to walk 9 steps to dump it out in the sink, that's not going to work. I still like 3 to 5 steps. That gets you about 4 to 6 feet from, say, the stove to a landing space near the sink, depending on how long your legs are. And that's a comfortable distance between, say, the stove and the sink where I have to dump that water. And that brings us to number 4, which is the flow and the clearance.
We have clearance, Clarence.
So when you're thinking about who's in the kitchen, how are they going to move behind you? How are they going to sit while you cook? Who's going to be in there? How are they going to get past open doors and drawers? How traffic is going to move while you're working? If you think about how big they are as well, like the fridge is going to be 32, 28 inches deep, where it's going to go and how it's going to interrupt the rest of the work going on. So I like to keep fridges on the ends so that kids can come and get a drink, adults can come and help themselves, and stay out of the way of the person who's doing most of the work. Think about your routine. So for me, when I'm making that smoothie, I know. So you walk through your routines and what you will need when you're in those spaces, and that will help you to set up the next mistake, and that's not thinking about proper storage near those 3 important zones. When I'm at the stove, what do I need? I'm gonna need oil, I'm gonna need spices, I'm gonna need a spatula, pans, pots, oven mitts. What you need when you're working in that task. Think Gordon Ramsay. Now, Gordon Ramsay doesn't have any triangle. He has the prep cooks, the sous chefs, the big daddy line cooks in the back, and the poor dishwashers not even in the same room. Everyone does their job at their station. Now, we don't have that luxury. We don't have a team. We may not have that size kitchen. However, we can think about completing one task and then how do I get to the next zone? Now, there's lots of different kinds of storage, lots of pullouts and extras and all that kind of stuff, and it is way too much for this video. But I will do one for you. There's a kitchen inventory in the description that will take you through all the things that you might have in your kitchen. Itemize it. I can tell you, having just moved and finding 3.
Does Santa know that you left the workshop?
Not 1.
Did you have to borrow a reindeer to get down here?
2.
Call me elf one more time.
But 3 sets of Christmas plates.
He's an angry elf.
Go through your stuff. See what you have so you can make educated decisions about the cabinetry you need to buy. And then you'll live a happy life.
Are you serious?
Very.